No, come on in. Grab a headset. We got 2 minutes before we can start seeing the stream. This is Eric Anderson. We are at Choctaw Casino and Resorts in Durant, Oklahoma. Oh, and here we go. Let me share this quickly. Hold on just a second. Go ahead and talk for a little bit. I'm going to post my Facebook thing. Introduce yourself. I'm going to hit send right here. And you're live, so go ahead and say hi. You want to put your microphone right up to your mouth there. And you see that bar? You want to make sure that gets up to the yellow when you're talking. So.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jason Kosselman, joining Eric here today. I'm a travel dealer. Happy to be here. Yeah. My first time broadcasting like this.
It'll be fun. So what we're doing is we're streaming Event 1 of the WSOP circuit, the Monster Stack, and they gave me 2 dealers who are going to switch every level up. They're going to be in here with me in the commentary booth, and then they're going to go back and deal for another half hour. And we're on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, The Feature Table on all platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter, The Feature Table. I'm going to stream this right now. I'm going to share this to my personal page. Live now, exclamation point, camera emoji, money emoji, and a joker emoji. All right, live now, post. All right, now, if you are watching, you want to share this, like it, follow along. We're going to be here for all of the action of the final table. We are down to the final 9. I think it was 246 entries, and I think a $250 buy-in. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. They played down last night. I think they stopped at 1 a.m. with 11 players, and they came back at 2 o'clock. Now I'm going to hit refresh really quickly. They came back at 2 o'clock this afternoon. One player didn't even show up. She was late. She finally came in right at the final table break, so she made it to 9th place by default. And we lost 2 players in the first 20 minutes, so we're going to have, I think, 10 minutes left in the level. And
what was it?
That's it.
7K.
So any questions? You got to play last night. Was that your first time playing on a feature table?
Yeah, that was fun.
And you went back and watched it?
Yeah, that was a great time.
It was really fun watching
you guys play to me. That was fun.
There's Colleen. Bobby in the box. He just established a button in the 2 seat. If you've never seen a feature table before, it's radio frequency identification cards that I ask people to be careful with because it's an expensive deck of cards, and if it breaks, you guys at home don't get to see what's what. And Bobby's explaining to the players how it works. You take your cards, put them over that antenna right in front of you, and it reads it and puts it on an overlay for the viewers at home. And we've got just a couple of minutes left. I went live just a little bit early to make sure everything was working. This is my first time at Choctaw Casino. This is the 3rd largest casino in the country, 5th largest in the world.
One of my favorite places to come to. Very big, beautiful place.
How often do you get here? Do you come here for all of poker executives' tournaments?
Yeah, 4 times a year. Yep.
Buttons in the 2 seat? They do the WSOP here 3 times and a WPT once. Is that correct? Okay.
Bobby and I are actually both from Michigan. He's a good buddy of mine.
Okay.
We worked at Gun Lake Casino for a while before we started traveling.
And that's where I met you guys up at Firekeepers.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful casino also.
Spent some time at Seminole Hard Rock in Tampa, and then started traveling. It's been good. Miriam is actually a travel dealer.
Did you already?
Oh, really? Okay.
Let me ask him if he already missed out.
So we're just getting started here.
Okay. Yes.
One of the spectators just said, thought of the day, if you have time and want to do something fun in Choctaw, go bar hopping. Don't do it all in one night, 2 per night. There are many, many good bars there, and you don't even have to go outside. Really?
You want that?
There's
All
some
right.
good restaurants in here, yes.
So I did.
Can you just put it away? I keep it for food.
That one? I got you.
The guy
Yeah.
that I guess won. I was dealing at
All right, ladies and gentlemen, blinds are still
There's
60,000, 40,000 with a 40,000 big blind ante. We have 20 minutes and 59 seconds left in this level. There is a scheduled break, yes, but we can skip the break since we just took
Uncle
a
Miller
break.
on YouTube says, let's
All right,
go.
go ahead, shuffle up and deal, and I'll start the clock.
we can or we are going to.
All right. Here's Deshaun in the 6th seat. I told everybody, no communication devices, no phones, no headphones, and she realizes that right now.
Yeah, he's a little lost. He said he never plays poker without listening to music.
Yep, and that I do get that complaint occasionally, but right there he goes, oh yeah, no headphones. Let me just get rid of this. I don't want to get killed.
That's his habit.
And I tell people, I am a habitual phone user. I would be in trouble at this table. I would just automatically pull it out when the hand is done and start looking at it. We don't allow people to do that because we don't want them to have an unfair advantage. So I tell everybody, put your phone on the table behind us. I've got a table set up back there for your communication devices. It just makes it a lot easier.
Go ahead, Bobby.
But you're not tempted to look at it.
They were both at your table last night.
All right, everybody. There's Colleen. She's running back. She has to hit pause on that clock way in the back.
Yep, you're good.
And we're good. We're off to hand one.
Does this have to be space or do you have to be?
Now, if you've never seen this before, like I said, the dealer, the only thing different is the players have to put their cards over that reader in front of them, and the dealer is going to announce every action so that Colleen can enter
Carry
it,
in the one.
and so that we can follow along at home. So Miriam, right there under the gun, she's got the King 6 suited. This is her first hand of the day because she didn't make it for the first 20 minutes. King 6 suited under the gun.
It's a tough spot.
Kenny on Facebook says GL Miriam. She's going to let it go. Deshaun, Dent, Ace Jack,
Raise.
early position.
Player 5 folds, player 6 raises to 95,000.
He makes it 95,000. Andrew, Stony Baker in the 9th seat.
It's like pitching frisbees.
We're adjusting the cameras right now, so there will be a little jiggly action for the first couple of minutes. You can see me back there adjusting the cameras on the players. It's going to fold around to Clay on the button. And he folds, so Richie in the small blind does not defend with 10 deuce. And John, it looks like Gurian with the ace deuce lets it go.
I'm sorry.
So
That's my fault.
Deshaun picks up 100K in blinds and antes on the first hand.
No, I have to
uses
announce
heater.
every single ad.
Let's go.
Deshaun knocked out the 11th and 10th place.
Oh, wow.
players.
Okay. There's our clock. We've got 18 and a half minutes left in this level. There's our chip stack. Stony Baker up top with 1.8 million. He's got 45 big blinds at the final table. That's a huge, huge chip stack.
I can keep up with most of it except for let me know about it.
Huge chip stack.
I got you.
Big virtual rail.
My buddy Kenny said, good luck, Marion.
Go on.
Yeah. GL.
Someone posted something on Facebook. So
And if you guys are watching and you want to see a really good dealer test game that I do at all of my stops,
6 folds.
scroll back to yesterday, last
7
night.
folds.
I had 9 dealers come in here
9
testing the equipment for the first time. Colleen needed to test
10
the action
folds.
tracker, and they did such a great job in a free test game. And
We had a lot of viewers, too,
yeah, they had a
surprisingly.
ton of viewers.
Yeah, the only one for me is where I can't.
They acted like it was real. Richie on the button with ace
2 raises to
5
100,000.
suited. Oh, excuse me, that's Clay with queen 10. He makes it 100K in the cutoff. Now Richie on the button with only 340K. That's like 8 big blinds. He's gonna let it go.
Long enough for her to get a good picture of you.
Oh, I did not get a picture of Miriam. She wasn't here.
She's gonna lower it for him.
Oh no. No, but I did the final table photo and she wasn't here in time, so I missed that.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll put that on the proof. Definitely just got it.
All right.
Here, send it. Send it to you.
So it's 60K to Miriam. Action's on her with the 9-5 offsuit. I don't expect her to defend. It's a fifth of her stack. The extra 60K, and I think Clay's just going to pick up the blinds and antes. And there we are. All right, 2 successful hands.
I think I looked at something.
I was like, hey, that's nice.
So how many of these players, you're a traveling dealer, so this is not like a home casino for you. Do you recognize some of the players? Have you dealt with this yesterday?
I dealt to about 3 of them yesterday, but a lot of them are new here.
Okay.
New to me, anyway.
And just dealing to them for a couple of levels, you
I
may
know it
not
was hurting you when he said
know
that,
them,
'cause I saw it in your face.
how
I
they
saw it
play,
in
anything like that.
without listening.
Yeah, Andrew seems like a solid player.
Yeah,
Don't-
if you
just
look
don't
at it,
pull your
Well,
phone.
it's the final 9 out
Don't
of
pull your phone out.
246, so I think they all know what they're doing a little bit.
I'm not gonna do anything. Just leave it, right?
Yeah, just leave
Yeah,
it
just
alone.
don't pull it out. Yeah.
If you're in the chat watching this,
7 folds.
jump on here. Tell us if you can hear us okay. Tell me who you're rooting for. Stony Baker, he's in early position with Ace King in the 9 seed. Now this is physically a 10-handed table. We only use 9 players, so there's nobody in the 8 seed. So when I say 9 seed, it's the 8th person. When I say 10 seed, it's the 9th person. So Stony right there in the 9 seed raises to 85,000, just barely a min click.
1 fold.
I don't expect him to get too much
2
resistance.
folds.
John with a big stack on the button. Ryan Yannick, my friend up in the North Dakota area, says, I can hear you good. Excellent. So John's got a big stack. He's got a suited ace and a million chips on the button. He's looks like he's going to call.
Four calls, 5 folds.
Deshaun. We'll see how the not having headphones affect his game. Michael Miller says everything looks and sounds great. Isaac's good luck, Miriam. Isaac in Facebook. Deshaun, there's 270 of the yeah, there's 270 of the pots, 45,000 to call.
Player 6
He's
calls.
gonna make a call.
Yep.
Did you set a timer
3 points.
that tells you when to go and deal, when to push in? Okay, so it'll be like pretty soon because we're on a 15-minute delay. Actually, let's set it for like 27 minutes, and we'll let him finish the last 10 minutes and then do the next level. Oh wow, John flops the nuts. He's got the ace high flush on the button. Stony has a king high flush draw. He actually needs 10 of clubs, queen of clubs to make a straight flush.
4 raises.
Deshaun has top pair. I don't. Deshaun checks top pair. Stony bets 100K with the king high flush draw, and John makes it 200K. I want John just to call there.
Yeah.
With 2 players,
There's nothing to be
Sean
scared
might
of.
call. Deshaun might call 100K with top pair and hope a club doesn't come out, but it's going to be hard for him to call a raise and a re-raise.
Yeah, that's a miracle flop. You don't want to lose your
Yeah,
opponents
let's
here.
not let him off the hook. You've got your fish just nibbling at the bait. Don't set the hook too hard. Oh wow, you can tell he doesn't want to fold top pair with this guy, but against 2 players, he is gonna call. Oh, he went all in.
Wow.
He wants to blow them off of their flush draws. That's gonna save Stony. Stoney's not calling 1.6 million with a king high flush draw,
9 folds.
and John's gonna snap it, and
4 moves all in.
Deshaun needs running cards to make a full house or quads, possibly. This is a huge pot, 2.3. Oh, and if John,
Was still in, he would have been.
yeah, if Stony was still in, he would have had the king high flush and lost all of his chips. Oh wow, Deshaun raising saved Stony. Now it's been 10 minutes. There's a new software update, so at about 10 minutes it starts to buffer like that, and I have to hit reset. So I didn't catch it in time because I didn't set my timer. I forgot about it. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes so that I know, and I can reset it between hands. What a setup hand! Wow. I thought for sure Deshaun was going to get away from that, and Stoney was going to lose all his chips. That raise saves Stoney's tournament life. And Deshaun, who was at the top of the leaderboard, he's down to 400K, which is still 10 big blinds. There's plenty of room for him. But he was trying to push off those flush draws, which he did. He pushed off the king high flush draw. Unfortunately for him, Clay just crushed that with a nut. Or John, rather. John in the 4 seat.
9 folds.
Now Deshaun on the small blind with pocket tens. Let's see what the action is before it gets to him.
1 folds. 2 folds.
I wonder if that was all the commotion I heard 15 minutes ago in real time. I heard a bunch of stuff. I wonder if that was it.
4 folds.
Deshaun's got a big hand
5
here.
folds.
He's got 2 tens with 400K. It's 20K to call.
Player 6 moves all in.
He's just going to
Andrew
go all in.
hasn't played much, so this is a tough
Right.
spot for him.
King 10 offsuit again for 400. Oh, it's an all in for him though.
Oh, okay.
He's got the blind and he's already got 80K invested. He's only got 255 behind.
Yep.
I actually don't hate. This is probably the hand what they're yelling about. He probably hits a king or something. I predict he calls just because I have the advantage of hearing it in real time 15 minutes ago. That's probably what I heard. Something's going to happen in this hand because I didn't hear anything on the last hand on the
He
stream.
hasn't looked down at too many good hands, so this has to look pretty decent to him.
It does. And the other thing is with the big blind ante in play, he's got 80
Player 7 calls.
in
Call
the
it.
pot
Please roll your hands.
before he's dealt a card. So that might. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you a king on the flop, 10 on the river. I'll bet you Deshaun hits the 1-outer. That's what they would get excited about. 9-5-9. King on the turn. Nope. Okay. King on the river. Nope.
No.
I don't know what I heard, so it wasn't that hand then. Standard 10 against king 10. I don't hate that call from Andrew.
No.
You know,
I
he's
like
in the
it.
big blind. He's got a bunch of chips already committed. And, you might think Deshaun is just tilted from losing that huge stack, so you can put him on a lower range than he actually had 10s. He actually had a really good hand.
Survivor. Survivor.
So I'm going to pull up, after the chip counts are gone, I'm going to pull up the payouts. We're down to,
Has to call off.
here we go. There's the payout. We're playing for $11,707. This is a $250 buy-in with 64 players. So that's 9th place took home $1,024.
Second best.
Next hand, 366.
$366.
No, just the
3-6 on the blind, $600 rating.
No, you're good. Player 1 folds. Small, correct? Correct.
Just my chippies. No shame in letting me have them back.
2 folds. 3 folds.
Action's folding
I gotta
around.
get to you now, it's folding.
Okay, so I don't need to say
I think
that.
Miriam's going to have to
Okay.
play this one.
Thank you.
She's got ace 9 in the cutoff. When I'm, she's got like 9 bigs. You don't want to commit too much because then you're forced to just price yourself in with the ace 9. So I either want to see a full shove or a min raise like she just did. just over a min raise. 85 would have been fine also. She's going to pick up the blinds and annies, add 100K or add 80K to her stack.
Not guaranteed. Probably not another tournament.
I don't know why she didn't get a full 100. She should have got 40 from the ante, 40 from the big blind, and 20 from the small blind.
Oh, there was a dead small blind.
Oh, well,
That's
thank
what-
you for, at least somebody's paying attention in here. So, dead small, that's why she only picked up 80,000. This is a $50,000 guarantee for a $250 buy-in, and they made the guarantee, so that's good. I mean, they know their market. Some places they put out a 100K guarantee and they get 500. Other places put out a 500K guarantee and get 400, just lose. But these guys, they know their market. They know what they're doing.
Good start to the series.
Great start, and we've got 3 weeks here at Choctaw Casino and Resorts in Durant, Oklahoma. It's hot down here, guys. I'm from Minnesota. This is some weather you have.
It's very hot.
6 raises to 350,000.
9 to
Deshaun's been the most active. I'll
Yep,
give him that.
He puts in half his stack in the cutoff
Wow.
with 9 jack.
You're dealing some events. Is that what I heard?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you work.
So
you
we
work
have a
at the
name
casino,
change there in the
you're not
10
dealing a
seat.
circuit.
Trey
Oh, circuit,
Louis.
yeah.
Lewis? Trey Lewis? Trey Louis? I'm not sure how to correctly pronounce that. I'm gonna call him Trey. Right there in the 10 seat with a name badge. Is this live or old? This is live on let's see, Rocky. Is that 4 Rocky 6? 4 Rocky 6 on Twitch says, is this live or old? This is live from Durant. This is event 1 of the WSOP circuit here at Choctaw. It is July 14th, 2022, 3 o'clock p.m. We're going to finish this final table, take a quick break, and then we're going to start streaming a feature table on event 5 that's going on right now. And we'll do that for the rest of the weekend. Today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And then the final table, or day 2 rather, on Sunday. Deshaun, he's getting hands. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
Was all in.
yeah, I can't believe people aren't watching this either. Share with your friends. So he's got pocket 9s, Deshaun Dent in the 6th seat. It goes all in. This is like, what is this, hand 4? Hand 5? Hand 6? And he's played, I think he's folded once. Jason, this is Eric Anderson from the feature table commentary with the dealer Jason. Where are you from, Jason?
I'm from Michigan, near Grand
Michigan.
Rapids.
All right.
I know Aaron. Yes, that's me, Aaron.
All right. Where's Aaron from? Is he up in the Michigan area?
No, he's from Florida.
What part of Florida?
Tampa area.
All right.
Where Steve's from.
All right. Get up to Daytona Beach next week, and I'll be streaming the Great American Poker Tour.
I love Daytona Beach.
I've only been there once. I was streaming there in January, and they asked me to come back. So this is great. Right. So action's going to start with John's folding, Miriam's folding. Deshaun's not going to call with a 5 tray. He finally found a hand he didn't like. Stoney's got pocket 2s, which isn't much of a hand, but everybody folds to him, and it's hard to make a pair in poker. So he's got a bunch of chips. He's got 1.5 million. He's going to make it 85K, just barely a min click. I love that bet in this situation.
I like this play.
You're going to find out as much information with 85 as you do with 100.
Yeah.
So if somebody plays back at him, he doesn't lose as much. He doesn't put as much at risk. And Gary's thinking, I've got Queen 10. I've already invested 20K. Let me put out the extra 65K. Now Clay's getting a great price with 8-4. There's 250 in the pot. It only cost him 45 to call, but he still lets it go, and we're heads up to a flop. Ace 5-7. Either one of these players can bet this flop and win. whoever bets first is going to win because they're both going to be afraid of the ace. So Gary checks it. Stoney continues with the best hand. But he continues for 85,000. Gary folds. Stoney picks up a nice pot. Another 165 chips to him. Final Table 13 says, I watch as much as I can. He's on Twitch. He says, get your friends to also watch these great streams. Yeah, guys, if you're watching, you enjoy it, click on subscribe, click on share, tell your friends about it. Super fun. We have a great time. Richie down with 340K, 8 big blinds. My timer just went off. That means I need to hit reset as soon as this hand's done.
I thought it was 3 day ones. It's 3 day ones
with a day.
Day 2 something. Thank you.
Yeah, and they're talking about the event 5 that we're streaming, that we will be streaming after this event.
I love breaks personally, but I'll go with whatever they want. But I do.
No, I need one.
Oh, you know what's going on here?
Then we'll take the break.
They have a scheduled break, but they just came off a 10-minute break while we did the final table, so they're talking about not going on break. So let's see what they do in 10 minutes, or in 1 minute and 12 seconds, I guess it is.
For the next 30 minutes.
And nobody came back here to talk. Well, I guess we're on a 15-minute delay. So 5 minutes ago, nobody came back here to talk to us. So they probably just continue to play. After this hand, do you want to run out there and see what's going on?
Yeah,
So we know.
Yep.
We'll know what's going on.
He lies when he leaves the house and tells his girl he's going to work.
Oh no!
Comes here and degens.
Somebody said they don't like the feature table live stream because they lied to his wife and says he's going to work. So there's 30 seconds left in this level. I think they're going to skip the break and just continue playing. You want to go check it out quick?
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Check it out. See whatever's left on the level. Put a couple minutes before that on your timer, and then you can run out there right before the level goes up. We're going to switch dealers every level. So Bobby will come back here, and Jason will go deal. And then Jason will come back here, and Bobby will deal. So I'm just going to talk to you by myself for a couple of minutes until Jason gets back in here. Miriam didn't put her cards over her 5 seat. If she folds, I don't care what she had. If she plays, I want to see her. So there she is. She has an ace-9. Under the gun, early position, 10 big blinds. It's going to cost 40 to call. It's a little bit early to, 10 big blinds is enough to work. Let's see what she wants to do. I would like a raise. 85, 90 is a good raise. Just over a min raise. Looks like she's going a little bit bigger. She's going 110.
Harley, up to you.
Oh, 150. She went big. She went almost 4x. That's a big part of her stack. She's telling them, I'm committed, guys. If you want this, come get it. Folds over to Gary in the cutoff. He's got king, queen, but he doesn't have a lot of chips. He's going to put them all in right now. And at risk. Miriam's going to call off with her last 245. And we're off to the races. Miriam with ace high against Gary with king queen. John's not going to call with his queen 7. That is one of Gary's outs. All right.
All in with a call.
All in and a call. We're going to flip them up. 890 in the pot. Somebody's going to be right back in it with about 22 bigs. No help for Gary. He needs a king or a queen. Oh, there's a queen! There's a queen, and Miriam is eliminated. She got in with the best hand. Thanks for playing, Miriam, the dealer. She was a fan favorite, and it looks like they are going on break. So there's 15 minutes left. I'm just going to continue to stream. I'm not going to turn it off after 30 minutes. So we're going to just stream. And in the background, I'm going to throw up some stats while we're doing this. Michael Miller says, how many days am I going to be here? I am here just through the weekend. So I'm going to stream this final table. And then today I'm going to stream event 5 tomorrow. Event 5, 1B, 1C on Saturday, and then the final table on Sunday. And then I'm packing up my stuff and going to Daytona Beach to stream the Great American Poker Tour. There's a chip count, 2.2 million up top with John. Richie down at the bottom with 240K. He hasn't really found anything. Now, it's been a very small sample size of 10 hands, but here's the VPIP. VPIP is voluntarily putting money in the pot. We've got Deshaun up at the top with 55%, so he's played half of the hands he's dealt in this first orbit. You know, it's only been 10 hands, so it's a very small sample size. For Rocky 6, this is not in Vegas. We're in Durant, Oklahoma. Excuse me. Yes, Durant at Choctaw Casino and Resorts in Durant, Oklahoma. This is a WSOP circuit event, $250 buy-in.
Yeah, sometime
And
during your.
Richie hasn't played a hand yet. He's got a 0 VPIP down at the bottom. John and Clay and Gary, they've all played one hand. Trey, he's got 16%. I think he probably played 2 hands. And Stoney's probably played 3 hands. Deshaun played 5 out of his hands. Pre-flop raising, Gary, Richie, John, 0. Deshaun, 44%. So out of the 11 hands, he's raised 4 times. And he's had hands. He's had pocket 10s, pocket 9s. Stoney's raised twice. Clay raised once. Trey raised once. I'm not sure how that 16% adds up. But that's it. Here is their win-loss rate, their cumulative winnings over the last 10 hands. Clay and Trey, they haven't played yet. John and Gary are both up. John's way up. Gary's up 330. The rest of these players are all down, and we lost Miriam in that last hand. Let's pop up with that money now. How much are these guys playing for? 7 players left. They're guaranteed $1,654 with 11,000 up top. And again, we're in Choctaw Casino and Resorts. This is the final table of Event 1, and we're just happy to be here. We're on break right now. It's going to be in about another 5 minutes or so.
Okay. So you want a real?
I'm gonna pop up here with chip stacks. That's a very important stat. Let's give you that one. So the blinds right now say 20-40. They're gonna go up. I'm guessing 25-50 with a 50K big blind ante. And I sent Jason out there 5 minutes ago, and he has not come back. So my guess is he's gonna start streaming, and Bobby's gonna come back here.
Perfect.
There's Bobby, just as I said it. What's happening? Dealing some coolers out there. Wow, you got top pair against nut flush. So Stoney, who folded that hand, he opened with ace king, king of clubs.
King of clubs.
He loses his whole stack if he sees a turn because he gets the king high flush, right?
Right.
So Deshaun actually saved him by shoving over the top. He tried to protect his top pair against the flush draw, but unfortunately for him, they already had the ace high flush. I'm going to go over these stats really quickly. I just did it for the players back there. There's their stack size. John way up top with 2.2 million. It's 56 big blinds at the final table. Deep, deep player. Richie down at the bottom with 6 big blinds. Normally 20 to 30 big blinds is what you see. John's got double that. VPIP, as you know, voluntarily putting money in the pot. Richie hasn't played a hand yet. So he's just folding around. He's over there in the 3 seat with his 240,000.
Yeah, he's looking for a spot to jam.
Yep.
He had the button when I left, so
240,000. No stats because it's all zeros all the way across there.
Right.
Let's look at Deshaun, the most active player, but he's had pocket 10s, he's had pocket 9s, he's had
the hands to be active with.
He put in half his stack with Jack 9 offsuit, and everybody folded. So he doesn't even have to show.
He's not afraid.
No,
he's definitely not afraid.
He's got the heart. So there's a VPIP again. Deshaun up at the top. He's played 5 out of the 11 hands. And Richie hasn't played at all. Gary, Clay, and John each voluntarily came in 1 time, and Stoney came in twice. I wonder if Trey's stat is weird. It should be like 11, 22, 33. It's 16, so I'm not sure if that means. I'm not sure where that stat came from.
1.2.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. But they're doing an exact chip count out of the table. to make
Yep, we
sure
just
that
got done running the chips to make sure everything was
Perfect.
on point.
perfect. This is the first time I've been to Choctaw, and so everybody's new here. The dealers are new at this table. Colleen in the background running all the action. She's new to this. Did our first game last night and had such a good time. If you want to watch some good poker, scroll back and watch about 90 minutes of that sit and go.
Oh yeah, that sit and go last night was fun.
It
We
was
had a
fun
good
to
time.
watch.
I want to see if I can be done.
A lot of fun to watch. Now, every 10 minutes, it starts buffering.
Oh yeah, I noticed that last night
And
when we were
so
watching.
I
it,
set
so
my
you gotta-
timer for 10 minutes and I just hit reset when it happens.
That's enough grade.
Jamie's asking how many players for the deuce to 7 last night.
Deuce to 7, we got 36 players yesterday.
All right.
Oh, I
Nice.
think it's gonna go.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad turnout. It was a pretty good turnout considering
What
it's
was the
deuce to
buy-in on
7.
that?
It was a $200 buy-in.
$200 buy-in. Nice.
Yeah, considering it's a mixed game, and a
Yes.
specialty mixed game,
Right,
we got a
right.
pretty good turnout.
Yeah, most places don't even offer it because they're afraid of the poor turnout.
Yeah, they're
That's
afraid of the
great.
poor turnout, so that's what they're always afraid of. But
5K should stay.
I mean, coming out of Vegas, most of these players have been playing that. They're used to kind of getting in those games. They like those games.
Yeah, it's great that you guys can offer it, that you have the staff to offer it while another tournaments are going on.
Yeah, this is one of the better run crews in the nation right now.
And it's the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, first day, and
yeah,
the
good
series
point.
is still going on. We still don't even have all the players back
Right.
home from the WSOP
They'll be here
main event.
in a week. They'll be here for the rest of the series.
Yes,
yeah,
they will.
Just a kickoff event. Yeah. There's my 1 minute, or my, excuse me, my
10-minute timer.
10-minute timer. So I'm going to hit refresh right now. Actually, I'm going to let it go just to show you what'll happen if I don't catch it
Right.
in time. Kenny says, GG, Miriam, GL, the remaining players. Great job, Eric, Colleen, and Bobby. That's me and you. And
Yeah, I know.
Colleen.
Well, Kenny was one of the guys that played the stream last night.
All right. And then Jamie comes up and says the first day we address that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate it. I'm going to throw the payouts up there again. We are down to 7 players. So all of these players guaranteed
Taking all the chips off the table. I was
$1,600.
looking all at.
All of them looking at that 11,000 up top.
Yep.
11,700.
It's not bad for an opening event.
It's not bad for a $250 opening event on a Thursday. Thursday.
What day is today's Friday?
Today's
Yeah,
Friday.
so Thursday, not
They,
bad.
they blur together.
Yeah, they do. Really quick.
You're on the road for 3 weeks, and I have no idea what day it is.
Oh no, wait. Today's Thursday, so it's
Today's
Wednesday.
Thursday? All right. I was okay.
We're off a day.
So yeah, I drove in, got here Tuesday, set everything up, tested Wednesday, and we're streaming Thursday. There we go. Yep.
Right.
So on a Wednesday,
You don't ask, you don't get it for sure.
and 246 entrants in the monster stack.
263 actually.
263.
263.
Got it. What did I say? 246.
246, I think. But yeah, 263 is what we got. Yeah, we're just pulling some of the chips off the table to make it easier for the dealers.
It speeds up game when the players don't have to count
Yeah.
out that many 5Ks.
Well, it's
chips.
that, and when somebody goes all in, if he's
Yep.
got 4 stacks of the 5Ks, we
Yeah,
gotta
now we
break
gotta
everything
balance
down.
them all, make sure everything's good, and then count them out.
I mean, I'm not the.
Yeah, it just saves us time. They want to get as many hands per hour.
Exactly. Yeah, we're playing. Blinds are going up. Let's get some
Yeah,
hands.
the blinds are going up
Now, I will say that
relatively quickly right
we
now.
do
30
not
minute
adjust the
levels.
prize pool. You'll have to sign for
You
whatever
go 30 minutes
guys
throughout,
choose
right?
to do.
Yeah, 30 minutes throughout. We're not sure what the blinds are after 25.50. I would assume it's going to 30.60.
Right now you can until once I start dealing.
So we'll keep the 5Ks in play for a while.
The 5Ks will probably stay in play for the most part
Okay.
throughout the tournament.
See how
Yeah,
it's
see
glitching
now
now?
it's starting to glitch. Yeah, I see
Yep.
that.
So To avoid that, I just have to hit connect. It refreshes, takes about 3 seconds, it goes black. To avoid that, I set my 10-minute timer. It's about every 13 minutes, so I'm going to set my 10-minute timer so that I can
So you
pick
stay
when I
ahead of it,
restart.
yeah.
Yeah, that way I'm not in the middle of a huge hand and I have to reset and miss it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I heard you won first place. Where is Jason?
Top value is 4,900.
Rocky
Egos are pretty big when
rather follow streams like this, players my skill level. I was talking to that with a lot of players. They can't relate to somebody playing in a $100,000 cash game. When you're watching high stakes poker, it's fun.
It's
to
different
watch
though.
the train wreck.
It's different.
It is
It's different poker when
Yeah.
you're playing for. I mean, even it's all relative to how much money you've got. I mean, $200 is a lot of money to people.
Yeah, for sure.
And playing in this event for with 11K up top for a $200 buy,
Yep.
I don't know if you can really beat that.
He's surprised that anybody can make
I like it.
No, I meant down to that few. Like I would have ripped it from before this.
So we've probably got just a few minutes
Just
left.
a few minutes before it starts back up.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to pop up that chip stack again. Now, let's see. It says blinds 20K, 40K. Let's see if Colleen remembers to post the correct blinds. There's a lot of stuff to this software, and I just taught her how to run it yesterday. Oh, hey, look at that. If you're on YouTube, we've got Naked HD. Nice. They found you a girl. Yeah, I get spam on YouTube. I got to go back and delete those guys.
Yeah, I put the tray in there for.
I don't feel bad. I've seen that on some of the other venues.
Oh yeah.
Grooming.
And yeah, and they just snap delete them.
Right.
Yeah, I was trying to get a photo though, for real.
Here's my YouTube.
I figured I was like,
Luckily, I've got a couple of minutes here before the blinds are up. All right, let's click here.
I figured he had the ace of clubs. I didn't know
that's why I was trying to
My
get more.
channel and live. Let's pop into this one.
Your way you can jam that.
All
Yeah,
right,
right. I knew that. You had a group.
that one.
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of people.
You didn't have to have two. You didn't have to
Port.
All right, blinds are going to be 25.50 with a 50,000 big blind Annie.
Pornography.
Sir.
Okay. Port.
Good news is you should give good
Tough luck deal.
Looks like blinds are up now.
Yep. She announced the blinds are up
Excellent.
to 25 and 50.
Did she? Let me
I don't
pop
know if
this
she
real
changed
quick.
it, but
I'm gonna pop this and see. She did not change it. So our stack size are gonna be off a little bit because physically you're taking out 25 and 50, but the computer thinks you're taking out 20 and 40. So it's not a huge deal. It's just one of those things that she's gonna forget, and then she might remember halfway through
yeah, switch it.
and then switch it.
Oh no, they're switched.
She
According
did
to
switch
the-
it.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, you know why? It hadn't refreshed because the hand hadn't started. That's why.
Oh, there
so
we go.
she is so good.
Yeah, she's been on point. She's been doing a really good job, keeping us all relaxed out there, keeping everything going.
No, she's doing such a great job. I'm such a fan of Colleen. I met her yesterday or 2 days ago for the first time. Taught her how to do everything.
Yeah, she's a quick learner. I worked with her over at the Golden Nugget this summer. It was her first time flooring, and she did a great job.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Colleen Marvel, like the comic book, she says.
I'm referring to seat 10 as suit guy.
So action just folds all the way around to Deshaun in the big blind.
Alright, guys. That's my
20.
time. I'll be back.
There it is. I was, we were just a couple minutes late with Jason. What's happening? You want to jump in the booth with
You wanna
us?
jump in?
Just here to watch? All right. We got some local talent in the room watching the commentary on the 15-minute release.
That's so good. No break.
Did you get a chance to look at it on YouTube or Twitch or anything, or did you just wander back here and see what we're doing?
And they didn't even consult you. They were trying to skip the break.
Right on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just hang out here with the cool kids.
Yeah.
Use the rest
What do you think about this?
You want to talk about it?
Got water. Ice.
All right. Yeah,
It's above your.
it's not your
it's-
choice,
It's
huh?
above your pay grade,
Now,
right?
without a microphone, they won't be able to hear you. But yeah.
Right.
The lock thing.
All right.
3 weeks.
I think it's excellent. For you guys. This is fun. All right, Trey with a ton of chips is going to fold.
You just give me the bet.
All right. Action's going to get around to Richie. He's finally got a hand he can play.
Looks
He's got
like
240K.
He's gonna have to rip it in here.
Yep,
I would
that's
assume.
just a simple all in. He's got 5 big blinds in the
Yeah,
cutoff. He hasn't played a hand yet.
Yep, he's got to rip
There's
it in here.
just no decision. This is
Yeah,
just an
this
easy
should be an
shove, and
easy
he
shove.
he won't. He's going to pick up 75K in blinds and antes because nobody's going to
Yeah,
call
there's
him.
no way that they're gonna show down with him in this one.
No, he's just gonna pick up the blinds and antes. Now, when somebody does that a couple of times, they might think, "Well, this is easy.
Right.
I'm gonna open my game up. I'm just gonna start." And I saw you doing that last night.
Yeah, I like to. I like
you
to be
know.
aggressive. We're good, and seat 6 is pretty aggressive. To Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely the most
Probably
aggressive
the most
at
aggressive
the table.
player at the table right
Now it's only been 10 hands,
Right.
and he did have pocket pairs I think 3 times, so that stat is skewed. But yeah, he's definitely the most aggressive person at the table. And he just ran into that cooler where he had top pair and tried to get the guys
Yeah,
off his bluff. He's sitting around 20 bigs though. He's got 950K.
Yeah, 20 bigs is enough right now.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when we have shorter stacks in.
Yeah.
So you can share with the rest of us what you found out he did, or not? You good?
Who is he?
Yeah, he's the one who knocked me out.
Actually, we're going to start with Gary under the
I
gun
don't
of a
even remember
suited
the slot,
king,
to be honest.
king deuce.
Should be an easy
Kinda
mock,
specific
but
only
he
wants
hasn't
to
played a
consider.
hand, so I think he's just looking for something to play.
Is that man?
I guess I'll take Garrett first.
Play in early position with a 10 jack suited. Personally, I like 10 jack suited.
Oh, I love 10 jack suited. It's a great hand to have.
Now, blinds are 25.50.
105.
He's going to make it 105, that's a beautiful bet. It's a min bet with just a little bit more.
Yep.
Just a little cheddar on top.
And you get that free information.
And you got the other
it's
jack.
The same information you
yeah,
get.
exactly.
If you're raising 3x.
Exactly. And I just said that 20 minutes ago. I said you find out the same information by doing a min click than you do. Miriam was doing a bigger raise.
Yes.
And if somebody played back at her, she would have. If
No,
she
that
had
put
to
her in
fold,
a-
she
yeah,
just
no.
lost that much
Yeah,
more.
it puts you in a rough spot,
Right.
especially when the blind levels are at 25.50 or 20.40 with we're at.
And I think she had like an ace 9 suited one time, and I said,
Yeah.
I want to ship it or just do a min click. I don't
Yeah.
like that. Put half the
No,
stack in. That's just
Yeah, because
awkward.
then it puts you in a spot where if a guy jams over the top,
And
what do you,
that's
what do you-
exactly
what,
what
do you
did
do?
happen.
Yeah, and that's
Somebody
what happened.
jammed. I go, well, she's going to call this. She's got half her
Right.
stack out there. Now the queen 10 does come along in the small blind, and Trey getting a great price with jack 9 in the big blind. Nothing on the flop. I think the most aggressive person is just going to win this hand. Probably Clay with his pre-flop aggression. He's going to continue. There's 365 in the pot. If Clay bets 100 right there, I think he takes
it down.
You know. So Stoney with queen high has
8 checks.
the best hand. Now sometimes people like to do a little delayed continuation bet, and they might check the flop to see if somebody's trapping, and now
And
I want
now
to see
open
Clay
up.
bet. Don't check again.
Oh,
Okay.
River.
And queen high is just going to be the best hand.
yep.
8 checks.
I want to see Trey bet.
I want to see one of Trey or Clay take a stab at this pot.
Yeah.
9
Oh no. They're all suspicious. You can't win now, Clay. It doesn't make sense now.
Yeah.
I mean, you could bet, and they think you have ace high.
He could push those guys up with their hand,
Yeah,
with the hands.
he
You don't
fr-
know a
he-
hand
yeah.
to have, so.
I mean, if I'm Stoney, I think, well, queen high is no good.
Yeah,
You have
there's
an
no
ace,
way.
you have a king.
Yeah.
You know, even if I don't put you on that board helping
Okay, you
you,
should be on
might have
488.
ace high.
488.
And that
You
beats
just
them.
in your own.
So I think it's
488.
going to go fold, and Clay's
should go
going to
fold, and
finally
should
pick up the pot. He could have got that on the flop.
Oh, easily on the flop. He makes the same bet on the flop. He takes it down.
Man, you had to work for it, Clay.
That was a sweat.
Service.
17 seconds. I'm gonna hit connect right now. Just to get rid of it so that I don't have to do it in the middle of a good hand.
Right.
All right, Richie down there with 7 big blinds left in the 3 seed. VPIP of 8%. Pre-flop raising, coincidentally, 8%. He came in once and he raised with it. He's got 820K. There we go. There's Clay again with the ace jack. That's a better hand for him. I expect another raise. I expect it to be 105 again. Nothing changed.
Oh, see.
9, 10.
Okay.
What, they're on the
Colleen's
thing?
verifying somebody
Yeah,
didn't
they
put their
just-
cards over
Oh,
the
okay,
reader.
cool.
Perfect, thank you.
I thought she was telling me to put them on. These aren't this guy.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta move them off and on.
Okay.
I love technology, but it's not perfect. Sometimes
No.
it won't read a card, and we just, we don't know what that guy has for a little bit.
Right.
105,000. Perfect raise again, Clay.
Nice open.
I think John in the hijack with 2.2 million. I think he's gonna come along with a suited ace 10.
Four
Yeah,
calls.
I would come along with
Richie's gonna call. Oh, no, Richie folded. Never
Richie
mind, that is
folded.
John.
Yep, John called. Yeah.
All right, the action tracker just hadn't caught up
Yeah,
to
it was
it.
just a little bit behind.
All right. Deshaun's not gonna call. Stoney's not gonna play. Gary with a 6-8 suited. Even though he has a big blind, I don't think he's gonna stick
Yeah, I
it.
don't think he's gonna stay.
It's
in.
tough.
Heads up.
So we got ace jack against ace 10. Clay's a pre-flop raiser. I want to see him bet the flop just right out of the gate.
Right.
Okay. This is a fun one because Clay misses everything. He's got a gut shot. John hits middle pair. So there's 335 in the
70,000.
pot. He's gonna bet. Did they say 70? 70,000. He scales his bet down. That's an easy call for
Four
John.
raises.
Yep.
He's gonna
Four
raise.
raise.
I like
I
that.
do like that move.
I do like that from John. That's great. 225. He says, I did hit this. Did you? Clay only has a gut shot and backdoor flush potential. I don't like him calling off 155 with his stack size.
No, neither do I.
He doesn't have enough to defend right now, and he's counting his chips, and he's like, but what's great is he bet small enough that he can get away
Well,
from
yeah,
it
it's not
without
gonna
damage.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt you as bad.
So that was great bet sizing for Clay. It looks like he's gonna
It
call.
looks like he might call here.
He might shove. He might just pile.
I don't mind a shove here.
I don't-
If
I
you
don't
don't
either.
put the guy on ace king,
Right.
then you could push him off of a worse hand.
Yeah, no, he's gonna fold now. Calling is the worst option.
Calling is the worst.
I would
option.
fold or shove.
Yeah, it's fold or shove.
Yep.
Because you either
And
think he has the king or you don't.
With this stack size,
Yeah.
you can't call. I would just, like he did, fold.
Fold.
That's what I
Yeah,
would
that's
do.
probably what I would have done.
Just because of the stack size of the rest of the players. Considering ICM, there's 7 players left, and you don't want to. If you're Clay with 645,000, you don't want to bust before Richie with 365,000. So for that reason, I like the fold. I would like the shove also. That would have been fun to watch and see what
fun to put
see what
Richie
John
to the
does.
test, yeah. You'll see what John does there. It'd be fun to see that.
Oh, that one. Get the fuck out of there. That's all. That is one of those catchy songs.
We are streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. The feature table on all 3
Looks
platforms.
like I gotta go back into the
You're
box.
in. All right, it's been
All right,
15
man.
minutes.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it's been
Bobby.
nice.
Do you deserve it sometimes, you think, or not? Never.
All right. I'll take the commentary booth solo for just a few minutes, waiting for Bobby to go push Jason, and Jason will come back here and join me again. That's a neat little process they have. So I lock in 2 of the best dealers, and they come back here and share their knowledge with me. Stoney's going to make it 110. Here's what we were talking about.
What did you got that was like this?
He's got king 10. In this situation, it doesn't matter because he's going to pick up the pot based on the hand strengths. But let's say somebody goes all in. and he doesn't want to
Give him
commit
10 round
with king
penalty,
10,
got
or so
14
say
plays
somebody
like a gangster.
doesn't necessarily go all in, say they just raise big, and he doesn't want to defend with
that was
king
the
10,
penalty stack.
he's losing more chips than he needs to be losing. If he makes it 105,
He
like Clay
survived
was
his
doing,
penalty. He could have
can
came back
save
and
a little
sat
bit
down
of
like
those chips.
120K or something.
So that's just my personal preference.
Well, he could've-
But that's the great thing about poker
could've got what
is
he was looking for, rally.
if you ask 5 people how to play a hand, you're going to get 6 answers.
2.5 hour nap. Sleep
The
off,
chat's
come
been
back,
kind of quiet.
Jam. Yeah, the
It
guy
shows
was
I've got a
good
bunch
at
of
jamming
viewers.
around
Let's
and doubling up, but-
somebody tell me what you think. Where are you guys watching from? I'm in Durant, Oklahoma right now, just on the Texas border,
Caused a little more sting.
and I'm from Minnesota, so this is a very hot week for me.
He plays here a bunch, I think, so he was smart enough to leave it with the players and not the staff.
10 deuce for John, under the gun. He's trying to think of a way to play. Jerry's on his couch. Jerry Sorrells, president and CEO of Rough Rider Poker Tour up in North Dakota / Montana area. Jamie, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from St. Louis, Missouri.
10.
Sorry, 110.
Stony makes it 110,000 with ace queen in the hijack. California from 4 Rocky 6. Watching on YouTube.
Rooting for you, Phil.
Clay Smith in the small blind with a suited 3-7. Lets it go. Richie, he's getting a good price with pocket fours. It's only 60 to call. There's 235 in the pot. He's got a pair. It's worth it for him to set mine. He's only got 200K behind. I think he should just rip in any flop
115. It was
that
110.
doesn't have an ace. If you put Stoney on having an ace or a premium type hand, I mean, ideally you want a 4 on the flop, but if he gets like a 5-6
No, you have no
jack,
big chips, right?
you know, something. Oh, there's his 4. Oh, now I don't want him to rip it in because he hit all of it.
8 bets.
Stoney needs a deuce to make his gut shot straight. He goes all in, and he's going to see the bad news. Richie beats him into the pot.
Turn.
We've got a full double going Richie's way if Stoney doesn't hit a deuce.
River.
He's got one more shot at it. 2 of them have been folded, and he doesn't do it. Great double up for Richie. That's exactly what he needed. 705K. He puts another 340 in the stack, and that's exactly what he needed to happen. That was perfect for Richie.
105.
Perfect,
Mostly just
perfect
me, I
setup
think.
for Richie. Stoney loses 300 chips, but he's still got 1.3 million. Don't feel too bad for him. 14 minutes left in this level. 7 places left. Everybody at the table guaranteed $1,654 for this $250 buy-in event 1
What's that
monster
like?
stack.
Just calling and flopping a set. That's pretty cool, or?
He said, "What's that like? You just call, you flop a set. Was that pretty cool? That was pretty cool. He likes that. He likes that game." They're having fun. That's what I love about this.
Me neither.
They're having fun. They're on TV. A lot of these people that are new to streamed poker, they're a little bit tense to start out. Oh no, Deshaun, we don't see his cards, but he goes all in for 950. Stoney's right behind him. He's got him covered. He's got 2 queens. Oh, let's pretend we know Deshaun has an ace. Trey's gonna fold an ace. Clay's folding a king if Deshaun has a king, and it's just I don't like Deshaun's chances in this one. We don't know what he has yet. We'll find out as soon as Colleen types in
I'd love a triple up.
the hand. He's like, "Give me a triple up." All right, Deshaun's gonna flip over his cards. Colleen's gonna type them in for us.
10 of spades.
Yes. How you feeling?
Okay, flop.
Like he wins a third of these?
more 4 for good measure.
Turn.
All right, ace 10. We know the ace of diamonds was folded. Oh, he does hit an ace of clubs on the turn. Stoney needs exactly a queen. There's one left because we saw a queen get folded. He doesn't get it. Oh, that was a tough one for Stoney. He got in good, and Deshaun is running like the sun right now. He's up to 2 million chips. Stoney down to 365. I'm gonna reset. We have Jason joining me in the booth again. Oh, that was dirty, Jason. I can't
Hello,
believe
everyone.
You did that.
How did Bobby do? Good?
Bobby did great. Yeah, I'm going to hit connect really quickly. We're going to wait about 5 seconds for it to pop back up. For Rocky 6 says, I feel like anyone can go deep in the main event with above average knowledge of poker. I agree with that statement. The 10K, there's so many people in it that there's a lot of your home game players. I mean, of course, there's thousands of pros, but there's way more average home game heroes that are taking their shot at the 10K buy-in main
Very
event.
true. It's all about running good at the right time.
Yes.
There's a lot of good players out there these
Oh,
days.
for sure there is. Yeah, and especially with all the knowledge that's available. Let me unpin this message and report it. I accidentally pinned a spam. All right, we're back to the action. It's easy to win flips. California's a little ways away from Durant, Oklahoma, Rocky, but you should come play. Win some of these flips out here. And there we go.
One raises 100,000.
Gary in the 1 seat makes it 100,000, an exact min raise with ace 8 in the hijack. And it's going to work, and that's what I like. He's not committing too many chips. Fractured Clavicle in the Twitch chat says anyone but me can win a flip. Deshaun, it's only 50K. There's 225 out there. I want to see a call with a 6-7 suited. That's a great hand to see a flop with.
With his stack?
Yeah, when he's got 2 million, he just hit that ace, miracle ace on the turn to double up. So he's in really good shape. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a straight. That's a straight, Jason.
That's a miracle flop there.
It doesn't get better than that.
It's kind of weird to be commentating on a hand that I just dealt about 15 minutes ago.
So, is this your, are you friends? Is this, I mean, you are now for sure.
Yeah, I've been
He's
his
your best
dealer
friend
today,
now.
man.
My goodness.
He's knocked out some players with me dealing for sure.
And Deshaun checks it twice. Gary finally takes a stab at it with a continuation, delayed continuation bet on the turn. He bets 150. Nope, I'm wrong. Deshaun bet the 150 and Gary called.
And Gary just had the worst card. He thinks it's
he gets the wheel. Oh. They get it all in and Gary is out. Oh my goodness. Deshaun flops the stone nuts and strings Gary long enough to let him get there on the river. The deuce was the exact card he needed for the full double. And Jason, you've got a new best friend in the 6th seat there with 3 million chips.
Gentlemen, let's go and play.
Thanks for playing, sir.
I don't think he'll ever wear headphones again. I mean, that might be the luck of it.
Yeah.
Because we were joking that he said he couldn't play without his headphones in. And, wow. Gary Gafford taking home $1,654 for his 7th place finish. And Stoney ladders up. He's up to $2,142 now. $2,142 for the next round. Deshaun played it very cool. I do agree with that. Yep. What are the chances you have an iPhone charger?
What's that?
What are the chances you have an iPhone charger? My phone
No,
just
I have
died.
a Samsung. So.
All right, this might be some fireworks. We've got
Hold
Queen
on a
Jack.
second. Are you sure your button's in the right spot?
This is when the button got moved too far.
Oh, okay.
I think it's right. It's right. It's supposed to be right there.
All right, we're gonna miss deal.
And that's a misdeal. So we're not going to have an exciting hand. Okay. Now here's a situation. Oh, she did fix it already. God, Colleen's so good. I was gonna say, she hit misdeal while the player still had cards, so it read for the next hand, and she hit misdeal again. So great job, Colleen.
I know that. It's like,
Look at all those chips in front of Deshaun. He's making a wall.
please have a jack. Please have a jack on the turn.
You're talking about how slow he played that to just get paid the full double. You know, that deuce doesn't come out, I think. I think he folds if Justin. He probably calls with an ace anyway, but that deuce just for sure gives him. You have to call with the wheel. Not a lot here. Richie in the cutoff with a king 10, 680K. That might look good enough. In the 3-seat right there. No, he doesn't want to invest. There's too many people with smaller stacks, so he doesn't want to get involved. John with 2.4 million. He's gonna raise it with Queen Jack on the button. Make it 105,000. No, 120. I don't know these chip colors yet. I thought that was 105. Stoney goes all in with 8 queen. He gets Deschamps to fold pair
315.
on the small blind. Stoney only has 315 total chips. John's going to come along. 700K in the middle. Stoney needs an 8 or a bunch of hearts. There's a bunch of hearts. Now he had the 7.
Big flop for Stoney.
Okay, and he gets the 8. John needs a jack or a queen that's not a heart. He doesn't get it. Full double for Stoney. John's knocked down to 2.1 million. I think he's second in chips now, or still second in chips behind Deschamps. That's a great flop for Stoney. Great run out for Stoney. He flops a flush draw, turns a pair, clean river, and Stoney's up to 700K at 14 big blinds. Deschamps way up at the top with almost 3 million still. It's surprising he folded a pocket pair there, but maybe he knew with Stoney on his left being short in the big blind and the ante, he was going to shove, and he didn't want to play for 400K with a pair of 5s or whatever he had. Oh, there's Trey. Pocket kings in the big blind. Let's see if there's any action before him. So play folds. Not a lot. 4-3.
I'm steaming.
5K,
I get like a 15
9,
second
10.
steam break, alright?
These guys are all gonna fold.
Stoney had lost a couple
Yeah.
big hands before that one, so he's trying to recover.
Yep. Oh, and he just folds and that's so tilting.
Yeah, I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't see that.
He doesn't show.
I saw the walk.
Oh,
no, he never showed
wow.
it. Wow, he had kings in the big blind.
That's composure. I show if I have kings in the big blind and I get a walk.
Just took me a second.
All right.
Well, sometimes
I'm like, hold on,
you
it's
put it on
there.
there,
Oh.
and it doesn't register, you just take it off for a second and then it goes.
6
over.
players left. Guaranteed $2,142. Just a $250 monster stack tournament. WSOP Event 1 here at Choctaw Casino and Resorts in Durant, Oklahoma. We are on hand 21 of the final table. Brought to you live from the feature table, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Deschamps, same 2 5s.
Wow. He's had definitely the most pairs out of any player.
Oh, he really has. He's his VPIP is 36%. in 20 hands. He's gonna make it 200. That's a big raise, 5x. Now here's what I like about this. He's got the chips to bully the rest of the table. Now he's forcing them.
Yep.
Like Clay, he's
And it
not
gets
gonna
somebody like Clay out of the hand.
exactly. Clay's not gonna call half his stack without a premium hand. As much as he hates losing 100K in the blinds and antes, he's not gonna call off half his stack with a king high. He's trying to talk himself into it, but he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Very
And
good raise there.
let's say Clay shoves right there. Let's say he has aces and he shoves. Deshaun's going to call the other 250, and now we're racing, and you might accidentally hit a 5 and win the hand anyway. Or let's say he's up against ace-king or something like that. Now we're flipping, but Deshaun has all the chips. I want to see this more from him. Just be table captain, just bully these guys with all those chips. Swing that chip stack like a big sledgehammer. So we got some spam, buy followers, primes, and viewers on mystorm.store, and somebody watching says don't. Thank you, this passing, for looking out for me. I wasn't going to.
Yeah,
I appreciate you though. If my phone was still on, I would block that as spam.
She got here for this.
Why would somebody buy followers? What kind of loser has to buy followers? That's an inside joke. I've got a friend of mine who bought a bunch of YouTube followers. What's the point of that?
120,000.
So people think you're
Trying to
important.
make money,
I'm like,
right?
why don't you just be important instead? All right, John makes it 120K with his 9-10 suited, 2 million chips. I like it. John's got the same idea that Deshaun has. I got a big stack. Let's just start pushing people around. The problem is, for John, Deshaun has 3 million on your direct left. That's a problem for John. Once he got through once he got through Deshaun, you could tell he just went, okay. I'm glad Deshaun didn't 3-bet me.
Yeah, John's a solid player, but he's in a tough spot there.
Yeah, for sure. Now Richie's in for the big blind and ante, so he's already got 100K out there. It's going to cost him 70 to call. He's getting a good price. He's going to call with a suited ace. Ace-6 of diamonds. Jason's going to put out a, wow, this is rough. Richie has middle pair with the 6. He's going to check into John with a flush draw,
200,000.
who's going to continue with 200,000 in about 2/3 a pot, and Richie just lets it go. 510K. I don't mind a full send with a pair, and just hope John doesn't have, hope John has a hand like he has, a draw, and we can race for it and get up to 100K, or 1,000, whatever I'm trying to say. A million chips. There's my 10-minute mark. I'm gonna hit connect really quickly.
Oh, I guess she's the one.
We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. It's gonna pop back up, just like that. It was supposed to pop back up. I'm gonna hit connect one more time, and this is why I want to do it between hands, so I don't miss an important hand. There it is. Sometimes it takes an extra double click, and we're in the middle of a hand. Trey, nope. Stoney with an unread hand and 680,000 decides the hijack is a good time to invest 680,000.
We can't see his hand now.
We don't see his hand yet. He didn't put him over the reader. And
Still?
if somebody calls,
She's
gonna say take him off, put him back
This is a
on.
broken
Sometimes it
hand.
doesn't read properly. It's okay. We're gonna wait. If somebody calls, we'll see what it is. Other than that, it's just a mystery
Oh,
hand.
there it is.
King Queen suited finally pops up. Sometimes it just takes a minute. It's great technology, but it's not perfect. And it's going to fold around. Stoney's going to pick up. The blinds and antes just went up, so he's going to make 150K just like that. Bobby's in the box. What do you think about those RFID cards to shuffle?
I mean,
A little bit difficult with the RFID, shuffling those RFID
It
cards?
takes some getting used to.
It
but
does. They're physical. It's a poker size, and in every poker room they use a bridge size card, so it's just physically a little bit bigger. And most players won't notice, but the dealers definitely
yeah.
notice. When they pick that up, they go, "Wow!"
Fortunately, we've had a little bit of experience with the cards. Some dealers don't even want to deal with it. They
Many
hate 'em.
dealers, like if you got somebody with small hands, and
Yeah.
Get it still?
and some people
Eight's, nine's broken. I'm
don't
gonna go
want
to the
to
eight.
deal the
How about
feature
that?
table because it's a lot of work.
On the next
You
hand.
have to focus the whole time. You can't goof around. You can't chat with the players. You can't have a good time. You're focused the whole time, especially when you're talking to Colleen in the background about tracking all the action. So it's a lot of work, but it's super fun.
Yes, very fun. Great experience.
Two raises to 230,000.
John in the small blind, he's going to bump it up to 230,000. Deshaun in the big blind, I don't think he wants to defend. These are the two big stacks at the table. I don't see them clashing
It's a little out
for
of
a
his
while.
range there.
Yeah, and there's just bad ICM implications. To lose a bunch of chips when there's so many short stacks. John and Deshaun with 37 and 48 big blinds respectively. Down to the bottom, Clay, Richie, Stoney, we got 6, 8, 13. Let's let those guys bust, and then we'll take each other on. Let's not fight right now. That's how I play.
That's how I play. Also.
I mean, that's just tournament
Smart.
strategy. It's not colluding, it's tournament strategy. You know, so I'm gonna, if I'm John or Deshaun, I'm taking it easy on the big stack. You know, I'm not gonna, I don't want to get into flips with him. I don't want to get into a big, you know, ego contest with that guy. Let's bust out those little chip stacks first, and then we'll do it. Action's gonna fold around to Deshaun in the small blind. 7-4. Now Stoney, on the other hand, he's the perfect guy you want to beat up because he's right in the middle of the stack, and he doesn't want to bust before Clay or Richie or those short stacks. So he's the guy that I'm targeting every time because he. Wow, Stoney does hit top pair.
Deshaun might be wishing he raised pre-flop.
Yeah,
by the end of
exactly,
this hand.
exactly. So Stoney checks it back with top pair, and Deshaun does bet 75K on the turn. He needs a 7 or a 4. He's got 3 true outs because the 4 of hearts and the 4 of clubs have been folded. He misses it. He does have 3 hearts on the board. Now he can represent that flush or represent that straight. He doesn't bet enough. Stoney calls with 100K.
Insta call.
And boom, 530K pot, 235 going Stoney's way. Adds to his stack. Now that's where I think Deshaun raised pre-flop. Stoney folds king 3. We're on to the next hand, and you pick up the blinds and hand. He's at 120 to your stack.
Like you said, he needs to be putting pressure on Stoney.
Exactly. At the same time, he doesn't want to mess around with John. He does want to mess around with Clay and Stoney and Rich with those short stacks. There's our VPIP. We're 25 hands into it, and so it's a little more relevant now. More so than when it was 5-handed. Let's pull up the stack size really quickly. So I'm fighting. I'm picking on Stoney and Trey right now because they don't want to bust before Richie and Clay. If I'm John or Deshaun, that's who I'm picking. John wants to do it. 2 things stop him. That big pile of chips in front of Deshaun and those
Okay,
short stacks behind
1,000,
him.
big blind Annie, 500, 1,000 blinds. 1, 5, and 1.
501,000.
Deshaun does make it 200K, which is over 3x, but with his big chip stack size, and he's picking on the 2 people he wants to be picking on. So that's perfect for him. The table is set up perfect for Deshaun right now. He's got the two middle stacks on his direct left that he can pick on,
Phil Locke's just waiting
and
for these Titans.
John already acts every time. So the table is set up perfect for Deshaun, strategy-wise. Because Clay and Richie are at the bottom of the stack. You don't have to worry about them. You don't want to put them to a decision because they might just call off with their, if you bet 200 and they go all in for 300, well, now you're forced to call. So you want to really target Stoney and Trey because they don't want to bust.
$5 Papa John's slice.
Trey has another big blind, or big hand in the blinds here.
But that's only if you get the pepperoni and the sauce.
Might all just
Get
fold to
pepperoni
him
for like
again.
$4.
If I'm Stoney on the button with a 5-7 suited, I'm raising to
I think cheese might be
130K.
but I'm not 12. But I do still Papa
Trey's
John's
gonna
slice.
raise it.
Much older.
Now here's where you don't want to you want to be careful with Clay because he's already invested 120 in blinds and antes. He's only got 275 left. If I didn't have a good hand with Showdown, I would not raise. Fortunately, he does have a good hand with Showdown, and he is going to take it. And Clay's frustrated that he had to put out another 125 or 120K in big blinds and antes. 21 minutes left in this level. Means in about 5-6 minutes you got to get out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Make sure to get out there on time.
So what do you prefer, dealing or playing? Or not playing, dealing or commentating?
When I was younger, I always thought I'd be like a sports writer or a reporter because I know so much about sports. I just don't have the experience. I think I would enjoy it. But
It's super fun.
I don't know if I have a great radio voice, to be honest with you.
Well, you have a face for radio, that's for sure. Just kidding.
I do love playing and dealing a lot.
That's great. What's the big sign outside the Choctaw Casino and Resort says make your passion, something about your fun and passion and make a living doing your passion, whatever. I wish I knew what it said now. It was a great saying. I think it was implying. And Clay, quick interruption to my fabulous story. In the small blind goes all the 275 with a king, and it's going to get by Richie. He's going to pick up 120K. He's going to get his blind and ante back from the last hand. And that's some chips he needs. 7 players left.
You can't say that on YouTube, bro.
$1,654. Clay and Richie down there with 6 big blinds apiece. Those are the guys you want to be careful because when they pile in, you don't want to force them back into a corner. You want to aim at Stoney and Trey if you have enough chips. Because those are the guys who don't want to bust before Clay and Richie. They're going to ladder up.
I think you can say that and only get
28,
the last 2 rounds.
3,700,
We can floor over here on
5,100.
Just don't tell someone they're number one, right?
They're talking about what they can and can't say on the internet. And I tell people we're not subject to any FCC regulations like TV or radio is, but
This is
there's
nitty for the camera.
children's watching, people's kids are watching dad play, mom play, stuff like that. So I ask them to, use their PG language.
That's supposed to be my secret fold, not a public fold.
You got about 3 minutes left. You got your timer set, or how are you tracking that?
Shit about
Perfect.
Got, 2 minutes.
Alright, I just saw it in the background. The clock was ticking down to 18, so perfect. There it is. Richie's all in.
Richie's been waiting.
Yeah, 360K with a queen. John's got so many chips and an ace, he might just call and be in really good shape right now. And he doesn't
like
want
it,
to,
but
but
it
he's
would be
getting the
great.
price.
Yeah.
He's got 120K in the middle with the blind and ante. It's going to cost him 300 to call. He's, yeah, Richie.
Man.
Wow.
You got 8 million in
That's how you
He
see
doesn't
it.
know how good he had it.
Yeah, he was way behind, and he got there, and the rest of the table's going, John, you got like 3 million chips. What are you doing? Let's take this guy out.
Gave 'em to you. If he had them chips, he'd have.
Oh man, did he show the ace and then
He
fold?
would.
Because that's
7
horrible.
And ripped
I
it.
don't think he did.
Yeah.
That would have been a bad idea.
It's like when they were on the bubble in the
Yeah, I saw him
WSOP
do
main
6-8,
a couple of
10
days ago.
off,
The guy folded
ace
the
8 off
kings
3
face
or 4
up
times. And you know what? He goes to Binksville.
because they were 4 away from the money, making $15,000. Now $15,000 is a ton of money, but I'm not.
He's just showing that anybody can run him over right there.
Exactly. If I do fold kings, I just muck them. Speaking of kings, Stoney Baker in the 8 seat with 1 million
Wow.
chips and pocket kings. If he makes it a reasonable amount, let's say he goes 150. I think Clay comes along with a queen jack. I think Clay shoves. You make it 150. Clay shoves with his last 400K.
He did make it
150. Trey's gonna fold. Clay finally puts in his last 150. He's been trying to find a spot. This is a great spot with I mean, it's not a great spot, but he doesn't know that. I think he just puts it in. He's counting it out. He's going, it's going to cost me 150. I've only got 400. I'm not folding for 250. Let's just get it all in. Yes. Fold, call. And we're heads up. Clay is way behind.
Yeah,
he
you
needs
get the sweat. You want no sweat,
running
possibly?
queen,
Yeah, I like
jack, straight, hearts. I mean, he's in trouble right now.
So bad.
As it sits, I think he's going to have about.
I call. I have king.
All in with a call.
I call. I have
and it's
kings.
tough for Clay.
Jack, queen
Yeah,
versus
he's
Hasn't had
he's
much
an
to go on.
80-20 dog.
one of the flop.
But it's poker, and we can see stuff happen. Oh, queen!
Oh.
That's halfway there. Halfway there. He needs a queen or a jack. They're all live. Oh! Oh, he
Wow.
gets it.
I'm running pure today.
He needs
folks.
exactly a king. He doesn't hit it. Clay Smith gets a full double. Great time for me to hit connect. Wow! Wow! Exactly. Thank you for being here. Send Bobby back. That was such a fun hand. Man, Bobby's dirty. Dirty run out by the dealer. Clay. He's up to 16%. Let's look at those chip stack sizes here. So Clay, no longer a short stack. He's got 15 bigs. Richie is down there with 480K, down at the bottom of the stack all by himself now. This is a fun table to watch. All right, Clay Smith, new life breathed into him by the dealer Bobby. Yes. Okay, I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. This is Jason back. Eric had to step out momentarily. Looks like an all-in here, and Stoney is thinking about it. That's a tough spot. It's almost all of his stack to call. Stoney folds. Here's the chip counts. Deshaun holding down the fort. John shortly behind. Looks like Stoney's getting some hands now. Clay's gonna raise under the gun here.
We raise it to 125,000.
We could see fireworks here. I don't see Stoney folding. John's thinking about it. As predicted, Stoney's going all in with the pocket eights. Can't ask for much more than that with $500,000. Now the pressure's on Clay.
520.
They all right?
They're fine. They're fine. Just a little. Yeah, we'll see it in 15 minutes, and you guys will understand. Were you out there for that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you don't know what happened either. All right. It's no problem at all. With the new software, they just paused it, and they paused the clock. They took a little time out to ask me what they should do in that situation. What's going to happen in 15 minutes is there's an all-in and a call, and the player busts. The computer says that they won. And so they're like, wait, what happened? Why did the computer think that? And I asked Bobby. Bobby goes, I know exactly what it was. He read out the board. He said, this guy had this hand. This guy had this hand. I said, no shot. You made a mistake. He goes, none. And I said, well, then that guy busted, even though the computer thinks he's still in.
I was okay with either
We're going to do a
outcome.
full chip count. It's possible that this is RFID. Somebody put a card over the wrong thing, whatever. Possibly
have
what
any
happened
That
is
part.
when he burned, he accidentally put a burn card over the reader. So we'll see what happens in a little bit.
I don't know if you were there long enough to know what that is.
But I said, if there's no shot, you made a mistake. And everybody at the table said, no shot, that guy busted 100%. I said, no problem. Do a full chip count, and we keep playing. That's all it was. So that's what they're going to do in 15 minutes. You guys will see it happen. Yeah, you can take off. If anybody has an iPhone charger, send it back with them. Thanks.
Player 8 moves all in.
All right. 8, Stoney. Pocket Kings moves all in. Richie under the gun with Queen 10 makes it 150 to go, which is a great bet. I love that. Stoney goes all in with 2 kings. It's going to fold around to Richie. It's all in to call. He doesn't do it. See, that's
Let me get away with this. I'm gonna have chips again.
great play by Richie. He raises just enough that he can get away from it without too much damage.
I know,
When
you know who wouldn't stand for
something
this?
like that happens,
Bucket hat.
Stoney wakes up with 2 kings.
Snatch your ass off many moons ago.
Final Table 13 says, thank you, yes, sir, because I'm teaching my 2 granddaughters more about poker.
Bucket hat learned me already, I promise you that.
It's just, class it up a little bit. You don't. And I do have very bad language.
I'm just not putting that much money.
When it's
And then not
appropriate,
snap
and I
calling.
watch myself
I've
on
seen you
that.
put no money in snap call 40.
But I
and
try to
nothing.
be respectful
And then
to
just
the people. When I'm around kids or something like that, I just keep it clean. And so that's
You ever seen Happy Gilmore?
Michael Miller. He's got an iPhone charger in the bag.
golf for his
Michael, you're a
very
few states
beginning
away
of
from me, my friend.
Tour debut, he's like, the merry-go-round, the ups, the downs, feel it. That's what you remind me of.
Action's going to fold around to
I'm butchering
Trey,
that quote, but that's
but
roughly
he's
the
not
sentiment.
going to call with a Queen 5. Clay right behind him in the small blind with a suited queen at 600K. He just piles it all in.
3 calls.
Richie calls with ace king. It's blind on blind action.
Good luck, everybody.
900K in the
For
pot.
whoever has more chips. Appears to be
Queen 6 versus ace king. 4, 9,
Five ball.
8. Richie is at risk. And it's a clean run out, a full send for Richie. Clay is going to be left with 275 chips in the 2-seat. He does have the button, so he has another orbit before he's forced to put any chips in. But with the blinds 30,000, 60,000, he's got just under 10 bigs. No, excuse me, just under 5 bigs. Yep, Clay Smith down there with 4 big blinds. Deshaun up at the top with 44, 2.7 million chips for Deshaun in the 6th seat. I might have just called him Deshaun. My 14-year-old has a friend named Deshaun. Stony Baker in the hijack, 1.1 million pocket queens. Stoney's had a nice run of cards. He's going to get in trouble with Clay Smith on the button. Clay, this is probably the hand where Stoney has queen, queen, Clay has ace, queen, and they're going to get all in. Stoney's going to win the hand, and the computer's going to make a mistake. So we'll see what happens here. Clay's all in on the button. 275, that's a great hand to go all in with on the button. I would be super happy if I had 4 big blinds and I saw ace queen on the button and had a raise in front of me. That's great. He's going to get,
I got queens again.
you know, he's in bad shape against 2 queens, but that is the play to make. Clay, I don't feel bad about that one. You know, ace, king, 7, flops the ace. So this will not be, oh, you know what happens? So,
give it to him another one.
oh, okay, so he does have the aces.
I only get it in with kings and queens, and I only lose every all.
So this isn't the hand. Clay does get the full double
It's hard to believe you're getting those hands.
with the full house. Bad flop for Stoney.
One time you won when you're behind.
I lost.
We got 5 minutes left in this level.
I lost queens to queen, or kings to queen jack, and queens to whatever the hell that was.
We've been streaming for about 90 minutes.
The ace 10 and the ace queen don't bother me. The queen jack sucked. You should have known.
Yeah, this is.
Well, no, it's not the suits. It's the fact that you were way behind. Those are 30%. Like, I don't mind you.
Yeah, he says I don't mind losing to the
that one's
30
fine.
percenters. Clay Smith again with ace queen, Richie with pocket 9s. This is the hand that makes a mistake. Let's watch and see what happens. I remember now. Bobby told me it was ace queen against 9s, and there's no shot. Clay won this hand. So let's see what the board thinks the run out is.
Now.
Is it 4 diamonds? Is it 4 spades? Does he hit an ace or queen? Does the board think he does?
You get a premium pair, you just rip it into the pot.
So Clay's all in again with ace queen in the cutoff. Richie's got 870 with 2 9s. He's gonna call. I mean, he'll probably just reshove with his 870, make sure nobody behind him has a chance to come in.
3 moves all in.
Yep, he does. A shove and a reshove. Deshaun's like, please give me something. Please give me something. And Jack 5 is not something, so he's going to fold.
Oh, I couldn't get the DKO?
He wanted the double knockout. He said, I want the DKO. All right, let's see what happens here. This is the hand they pause the clock on.
Close, yeah. Let's go 999 right here.
All right, so 10, ace, queen. So 9s win. I don't know what the problem was. No shot that ace queen wins that hand. And the computer looks like it's giving all the chips to Richie. Everything looks correct so far. I see no problems. Okay. So Yeah. It thinks Clay. I'm gonna reset because it's been 10 minutes. It thinks Clay is eliminated, and they think Clay is still there. So I'm not sure what happened. And that's why they paused the clock and said, let's come back and find out what's going on here. The longer the stream takes, the more buffering goes on.
We got 2:10 left on the clock. Give me a minute because we gotta fix something. Yes.
I'm like halfway
yes.
through this
Yes.
first round. We need to take
Alright, so this is just a
I'm gonna
quickness
get your
deal.
clock back at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. But yeah, no, we got an issue.
So do we have time to take a bathroom break real quick?
Yeah,
go ahead.
we got an issue.
it
I got a text.
Thinks
Eric.
Clay
5 minutes.
busted.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, that's good. I just don't start that one.
But we think Clay busted watching the stream.
It says that C2 is busted. Yeah. I know. Let me get the problem.
Did the queen not show up on the river?
I have no idea. No, everything showed up.
Oh, was there a queen on the river? That's what it was then, because we didn't see the queen on the river.
It says that C2's lost.
So it was ace queen against pocket nines. If there was a queen on the river, we didn't see that. We saw something else.
Yeah, no,
I know, I am. I'm
they're
gonna
running the
reset it at
clock back
2:10.
2:10, but she doesn't have a computer for the clock over here. She has to
Yeah,
run
I have to
all the
go
way
over
over
here.
there.
Okay.
Yep, I got you.
So he does win.
Yeah, she's gotta
Clay
run all
does
the way
win
over
with
there.
the ace queen with a queen on the
Yeah,
river.
those chips. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Steve.
And what it might have been, now because this is being streamed, we can go back and look later. Hand 35
Yeah, this is the first hiccup we've had.
with 90 minutes. Let's call it
C2 won the hand.
1 hour
He had ace
40
queen.
minutes
It was
into
ace queen
the
versus nine.
tournament.
She put it in.
There was a queen on the river.
It couldn't be heard because they know the thing's supposed to know the card, so it's got to be that it didn't pick up a card or something. Maybe.
Yeah. So, and this is when they come back and grab me. Everybody's checking their messages.
Who's gonna win this fight, man?
And then I come out and ask Bobby, are you 100% sure you're doing correctly? He said 100%. I'm like, great. Count the chips and keep playing.
Yeah, we had to pause. So.
All right. Are we sure what happened here? That we were 100% because according to this, I mean,
It was ace queen versus nines, and the flop was jack, king, axe, 8 on the turn, queen on the river.
Queen on the
It
river.
was jack, queen, 8 on the turn, queen on the river. So
Yeah.
queens and eights.
We didn't
beats
see
eights
the
and nines.
queen on the river. And most likely what happened
there's no straight or
is
anything?
he accidentally put a burn card
The system's saying that
over that
Yeah, it says
RFID
it said that-
antenna.
It said that,
What's happening?
that you won that hand and that Clay is out of chips.
We all
Perfect. Come on in. You like poker?
So
So what's
It
your
was-
job here?
It was jack.
You're the dealer?
King,
All right.
eight, queen, right?
Hey.
come back to the stream up and see what's
So-
Yeah,
That
what's your
flop
name?
that It was jack.
Shane?
Eight.
Shane. That makes way more sense. I've never. I thought it was Shane. Good to meet you. I'm Eric with the feature table. So we're watching right now. There was a little the one hiccup, and that's when you walked in. So I'm blaming you. Just kidding. It happened 15 minutes ago. We're on the delay. It didn't read a card correctly, so it tried awarding the pot to the person who didn't win the hand.
Well, I don't know.
But we're fixing it now. That was 15 minutes ago. So we're just gonna wait for it.
I know what the board. It was jack, king, 8 on the turn.
Oh, you were watching?
Queen on the river.
What do you think?
It was nines versus
Fun
ace
stuff.
queen.
What do you watch on Twitch or Facebook?
No
or
shot.
YouTube.
You got it wrong.
No shot.
Right on.
Possibly the computer misread a hand,
Okay.
and we just keep going.
Okay.
And
So
the computer can be wrong. If there's no shot, you guys got it wrong. If nobody caught
No.
No,
something,
that's
He
100.
lost for sure. That's exactly
you
the
for
board.
sure did.
Okay, so-
then what we're going to do is do a full chip count, correct the computer, and keep going.
okay, that's what we're gonna do. I stopped the clock. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. So just like that, I
Yeah,
said,
yeah, you
Bobby,
guys
no
were
shot,
good.
you're
We're
wrong.
gonna
He said
do a
no
chip
shot.
count 'cause it was a
No.
mix.
So we're gonna do a
There was
full
a
chip
4-liner
count.
to the straight. No, there was nothing. You were just like just a big old fat loser.
Oh,
No
okay.
shot. So
Well, no,
we're done.
I'll
So
run
what
it from
happened?
here. Yeah, no, no,
Bobby
no,
just
no,
said,
no,
"Go ahead and grab the headset, and I can explain to you." We did not have a queen on the board, so I'm guessing what happened. It didn't pick up a queen. It was a different card, which might have been, and this happens before, is if you burn too close to that thing, it picks that up as one of the cards.
Oh.
Now I didn't
It just-
watch and pay
yeah,
attention,
But it could have read a
but
card
the
wrong.
board, there was no queen on the board.
And there's no way
So
of knowing.
that's-
there's no
Yeah,
way
that's
there was
what
definitely a
happened.
queen on the
for
river.
15 more minutes.
Perfect. So, and I didn't pay attention
No,
to
it
what the
doesn't. I
board
have no
actually
idea what the cards
was.
are.
Yeah, no, I know what the board actually.
yeah.
It was King Jack 8 on the turn, Queen on the river.
Queen on the river. So we didn't get a queen on the river.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
and that's why the computer said, okay, C2's out
3, 4,
instead of
5,
doubling.
50,000.
So we're gonna just take a couple of
Okay.
minutes here, do a full
And
chip stack
C3.
of everybody, and we're good to go. Did you find an iPhone charger for me?
Oh, Colleen might have one.
Okay.
Do you need one?
I do. My phone.
Let me go ask her real quick.
All right, perfect. We got a couple minutes while you're doing chip counts, and I'll just keep talking to these players.
Oh, yeah, I got. Pull her up
I hate
close
to
up
I hate to
picture
bug
of them.
Colleen if she's in the middle of working, but
Gray ones.
I need my phone. I can't breathe right now.
Bobby's here and Jason.
And I got to delete all these spam bots on YouTube. Yeah, buy followers. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Nice day. I don't think I'm
If not, there's nothing we can do about it now.
Yep, Colleen did a great job.
You know
Bobby's
what I
doing a
mean?
great job.
And
Just
we
one
can't,
little
you
hiccup
know,
by putting the card in the
we
wrong
can't rely
spot.
on TV 15
And
minutes from
but
now to
what
replay.
happens on the
It is what it
table,
is. If a mistake was made,
there
it's up to the players,
is what it
you know,
is.
to be able to
So
read
we
those
correct the
nuances as much
computer
as
to
you.
match what's actually on the table. We
We
don't
don't know.
correct the
I
table
don't
to
see
match
any
what's on the
card.
computer.
All I see is if
Obviously,
they're red or not,
we
and
match
nobody knows
the
anything
computer
for 15
to
minutes,
what's on the
so-
table.
I mean, it wasn't wrong.
And it wasn't a big problem. It was just a misread card.
What
I'm
you
glad we
told me the
didn't.
board was what the
You
board
know,
was.
I mean, it might have
there was
read
talk of
card wrong,
pausing
but-
the game for 15 minutes to see
No.
what
Yeah,
happens, and I was like, we're not doing that.
There wasn't
We're
even
gonna do
four
perfect.
of
Thank
a
you.
color
Of
on
a
the
color
board.
on the board.
And
You're right.
So, okay, so.
Bobby did it
we're gonna
perfectly,
start
and
back
Colleen
with,
did it
2
perfectly.
minutes.
They're doing everything right,
Yeah,
and so
we're
it's
gonna
just a
start
slight
back
delay in
2 minutes,
our
13
game.
seconds on the clock, but
We're
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
exact
3
chip counts, and then
seconds
we're back in business.
Thanks.
And since I have a 10-minute delay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Jason
restart it.
He should have been here. I just told him to go get Eric, which he did, so he should be back.
Are we waiting on the 6 or are we starting?
No,
here?
no,
And
we're gonna get
Jason's
started.
over there getting ready to deal. I'm gonna hit connect. We're gonna wait about 5 seconds for it to pop up. There it is. Now it's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
no, we're fine. Everything worked out. I just had to be sure.
So what do you prefer? Do you prefer dealing or do you prefer commentating?
I think I might prefer the commentary.
It's super fun. Jason said he would like commentary if he was better at it. He's like, man, I want to do this, but you know, it's my first time. If I get better at it, I'm gonna
You
like
want
it.
to switch out
This
right
is
now?
really fun.
No, this is a lot of fun. All right. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. We're in the box, and then we come back here. We got a little bit of different aspect of what's going on.
And you get to deal to these guys for a half hour and then come back here and watch yourself and see what you did for 15 minutes.
Yep.
Now in this situation it's going to be different because of the delay.
You're right.
And so you just, you know, that whole last 15 minutes was cleaning up that table. But whose iPhone charger is this? So I can.
It's Colleen's.
It is Colleen's. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you out of?
I'm out of Grand Rapids, or I'm Middleville, Michigan, but it's close to Grand Rapids.
Okay. So what's your home casino?
I don't have a home casino. I just travel.
You're just a traveler.
Yeah, I travel. I used to deal at the Hard Rock at Tampa, and then I started travel dealing in January.
Okay.
I dealt at the Nugget this summer.
Fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So when they said color up, are you the one that like grabbed all the chips and colored them together?
No, that was at the series. I heard about that though.
Oh.
That was.
Okay, players,
I didn't want.
your 15-minute break
I feel so
is
bad for that
off the
dealer.
table.
I know.
Leave the area. So
It's
the
because I
dealers can
know they're
prepare
brand
for
new.
Yeah, and they don't know the color up. Okay, I know how to color up. Let me
And I
put all
actually
the
know
colors together.
kind of the backstory of what happened is the dealer was dealing one table satellites, and at the end of a one table
They thought it was
satellite,
done.
you color up all the chips.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
And then they moved them over to a regular tournament, and they didn't know.
And they color up. Okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's exactly.
I'm new here. I've been dealing one table satellites. That's rough. The other really bad story I heard was they were doing a 6 max, and they said whatever. They said take like 3, 6, and 9 out of the well,
Yep.
and or out of the seat cards, meaning take
Yes.
these seat cards out, and the
They
dealer
took-
didn't know and took all the 3s, the
Yeah,
6s,
they're
and
playing
the 9s out of the deck.
playing modified short
Yeah.
deck.
And as soon as the next dealer pushed in, that this deck is light. This
Well,
deck is,
I mean, yeah, that's basically when you feel it. You can tell.
yeah, they're like, wow, I'm about 12 cards short right now.
I mean, there's the 2-3 of spades that were at the WSOP, and then at the Nugget we had Joker come out on the flop.
I've seen that also.
Yeah.
All they'll do is restart
The
it.
Joker is unexcusable. 2, 3 of spades, you might have one from the other deck
Yeah.
accidentally or something.
Or I honestly think it was probably like a replacement deck that accidentally got put out there.
Okay. But I mean, we're telling these stories like everything was a total failure, but I mean, it's just a couple of big
No,
big
there's
things
just
that happen.
big spots, but it happens. I mean, whenever you have thousands of dealers dumping into a city to deal tournaments, you're gonna have some mistakes, especially when they're just coming out of dealer school.
Exactly. And it's fun to talk about.
Right. Man, I've been dealing some coolers.
Oh my goodness. Nut straight against rivered straight. Oh.
Oh, that. Stoney's been. I put Stoney in a couple rough spots with the kings and the queens.
Lines are 40, 80, 80 now.
40, 80, 80.
Yeah, but you didn't have to raise 90x.
2.5 is fucking jam on
It's that same. Oh,
If
it's
you
that
would
same.
have raised like a
It's
normal
letting me
actual raise,
record
I
them.
would have jammed.
And get rid of them,
It
but it's
doesn't let me
block him from actually posting on there.
block 'em.
And by jam, I mean I'd have still folded because I'm waiting for him to blind out.
Jam the cards in the box.
Okay.
But I did have a very nittiest fold maybe I've ever.
All right, I'll have to figure that out. I'm just reporting everything.
That was ace deuce of clubs. That was pretty nitty.
Are you a
but
big
this was
a
nitty.
YouTube guy? You know how to do that? If I just, all right. Well, this is on. Does it work on YouTube same way? I'll let you play with it. You're gonna have to plug it in because I got like 2% battery life. I'll let you figure that out. If you can't
Alright,
ban
that's
him,
awesome.
report all those. Get back to the action. We got Stoney on the button with a 6-9. He doesn't want to play a suited 6-9. I would. I'd love to play a suited 6-9 on the button.
Yeah, but
Especially
the
when
way
you have all those chips.
the way he's been getting beat up, though, it's like
That's true. That's true.
I feel like he's kind of gun shy right now,
Yeah,
and I would be
that's-
gun shy at this
yeah.
situation too right now.
You know, getting with kings and queens, you get sucked out on.
Both times against the same player.
So Trey's going to raise it up with a 7-8 from the small blind, and Clay with a king 7. He thinks king 7 is a good hand to defend with. He's getting a good price. It's 350 in the pot. It's 110 to call. He's already put in 160 in blinds and antes. All right, now we got 460. Trey does not want to see a 7. This is going to be a safe flop for Trey to fold.
Yep.
Depending on if Clay just leads out,
Oh,
or if
looks like Trey's gonna
Trey is
lead
going
out
to
here.
continue.
180.
I haven't seen him be very active at the table, but I can't imagine Clay folding this.
It's a good hand to represent, but
Yeah, Clay did what I would do here in that
exactly.
spot.
Deny all equity to Trey.
You flop. You called with King 7 to make this
Yeah,
flop.
you didn't call the fold on a
Yeah,
on
on
a
King high
flop.
board, you're not going to
Yep.
fold there.
So he's got to posture a little bit. Trey's never calling right there, but he's got to posture because he doesn't want to get make people think they can run him over.
No way he can
Exactly.
go there. Oh, would you going all in? I don't know.
How's that looking, Shane? We blocking those guys? Perfect.
Shane. Doing
Shane's
the
a house
dirty
dealer,
work.
Came back here to play. He
He's
said
also
he
talking
was
about that you had no less than
he had this on in the background while he was driving. Richie, King 7 from Trey. 9-10 King. Richie with a 3 does have the only flush draw. So there's a 9. He needs a jack, a queen, not a jack. Jack would have gave Trey a straight. He needs a queen for a straight, a club for a Trey. Doesn't get it. It runs out 9-9, and Trey picks it up. We're down to 5 players. Did you jump on Twitch and bat that guy too? I don't know. I don't do a lot with YouTube. I mainly stream to Facebook, and then YouTube is like an afterthought. I don't even really link YouTube anywhere. So everybody watching on YouTube is doing it by word of mouth. It wants to show me aggression frequency, but I want to see chips counts right now because we just lost a player. So there's Deshaun.
31 big blinds.
Trey way down the bottom. It's Trey and Stoney 7 and 9. That puts some.
That's dangerously close. I don't like getting that short.
I don't either. I said before I'm not a good short stack player because I never get short stack, and somebody thought I was bragging that I'm so good I always have it. I'm like, no, I never get short stack.
I just shoved before that.
I punted 15.
Yeah, I'm trying to punt with an effective stack, not with.
I'm not trying to get down to 5 bigs and then get it in and have somebody call me the queen 5 because they're getting the right odds.
Right.
You know, I'm
you
in
get
punt
fouled
formation way before that.
Yep.
John in the big blind with a king, he does not want to he doesn't want to defend 700,000 from Stoney shove. That's a good shove. And that's what I'm talking about. I shoved 10 bigs with ace 10 instead of waiting till I've got 4 or 5 bigs.
Yeah. When you wait down to 4 or 5, like you said.
John calls with
King Deuce, and if all he's got to,
if I'm already in the big blind and I put in my ante and it's only 3 more bigs, I go ahead and call with king high. I don't want to gamble. I want to put in 10 bigs and make you wake up with a real hand instead of gambling for 3 or 4 bigs. That's just the way I play.
It's the way I play as well.
All right, we're gonna pick up now here, Deshaun. You're gonna lose 160,000 chips. I hope that cigarette was worth it.
Every rotation, and with it being 5-handed, it's gonna go around quick.
And I don't know if he's smoking. I was just kidding about that. If somebody gets mad at me, Deshaun, when did you start smoking? I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's getting a candy bar.
Or maybe he's taking a walk. I don't know. Could be stuck at a slot machine.
Now here, another thing I like to do. Trey sees that big blind's dead.
Yep.
I'm going to pick up that money if I can just get through
the
small blind. That's a free walk from the big blind. So Trey shoves with 9-10, which is a good showdown hand.
Right.
I mean, if somebody accidentally calls me, I like my chances with 9-10.
I don't mind my chance with 9-10. It's actually one of my favorite hands.
9-10 suited, I'll take it. Play's gonna pull out tip chips for that. Great weight staff here at the. Colleen's going. I gotta hit pause. Hold on.
Yeah.
The clock is waiting. She wanted me to move the clock, and I said it's not just a podium. There's like cables. There's
so
internet.
much.
It's so much work to move that clock.
Yep.
Stoney Baker got this. Victor says. All right, that's our 10-minute warning. I'm gonna hit connect really quickly. Hopefully we can get back before
the hand starts.
Before this hand starts. We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're good. It's a thing. I was wondering why my timer didn't go off, and I forgot I haven't set it because my phone died.
Right.
We took extra blinds every chance we got.
Yeah, you're telling Deshaun, we took all your blinds.
Looks like Deshaun is back.
And he didn't make it back in time, so he did lose his big blind and his small blind. 200K. 4 raises. 10% of his stack. 10% of his 2 million is gone in blinds.
Now that is a reasonable raise, sir.
There they go. Stoney tells him that's a reasonable raise. Make it 210.
That would be called
2.5 big. Still not going to call with King 10. I love John stealing this.
I like John opening here with that.
He's got 2 million chips.
He needs to start getting a little more active, I think.
And that was a perfect time, we were talking about it earlier, that it is so hard for him to play with Deshaun and all the chips on his direct left. Deshaun's gone.
Deshaun's gone. You got to take advantage
You
of
got a
that.
couple of hands to start raising without him,
Without him coming in with
Yeah.
any, because he'll come in with any 2 cards. It seems like.
Exactly. So John had just a small window of opportunity when Deshaun was gone that he could have abused the table.
Tried to
and
close
he
that
did
gap.
in that situation.
Yep, and he did close the gap a little
If
bit. with
Deshaun's
some
sitting
of the
on
chips.
his left, he doesn't do that.
No, he
ICM
can't.
won't make any
You
sense
can't do
because
that
we'll get
there.
exactly
Nope.
what's on the board.
Not
We
with
better try
not
to
with
spin
the
it.
maniac sitting in the small blind because
With
he'll
all the
call
chips.
With all the chips, he'll call
Yeah.
it whatever.
Because now you have to make it a bigger bet to get him to fold, and now
Yeah,
you're
we both
risking.
have no
Yeah,
money.
it's
Yeah.
just a bad
With no
spot.
money,
So that's a perfect way to play that position. John, knowing Deshaun was gone, that was good.
Just help us get out of playing. It's not so. I'd rather get lucky.
Speaking of Deshaun, the maniac with the 9 deuce on the
Oh, get your chips back.
We're gonna take it to Ripsfield dealer.
No.
In
He's
honor of
got-
Buckethead's return.
8 is all in.
I was going to say he's got 2 players that are short stack. You don't want to raise and have them just pile in on you.
Right.
Got a sweat?
I thought I saw an ace, but then I looked closer.
Or the old fake ace, dude. Love a fake ace. You're supposed to do the half peel and then just rip.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Another comes through, we can delete that guy.
I like it.
All right. It should have been.
Whether you
That's
like
the
it or
only
not.
one. It's just this live one. So you got rid of the one guy who's trying to sell stuff,
He
or
said
not?
if you
You
win
did?
too, you can buy it, buddy. It's
Yeah,
free.
on Twitch. Okay.
Don't bucket, dude.
Okay.
Alan put
It's,
you on the
that's the
spot.
only
Okay,
challenge.
we're going to be on 6-12 left.
I don't even
Somehow,
mind.
this says 7 minutes. Here, can I see my phone? Sometimes this kicks me off, and I
Yep.
have to like restart it, so I might be off right now. I'm gonna let you talk for a second.
Okay. All right, the action's going to fold around to Deshaun. He's got 6-4 on the cutoff. He lets it go. Clay's got pocket. Oh, Stoney woke up with pocket 7s on the button. He should probably raise here. Maybe 1.5 X.
Give it up in an hour, 2 hours. I'll be right
Yeah,
there.
he's gonna get over it. Yeah.
Love those guys, I swear. You just sit here, hoodie, bucket hat, chilling.
8 raises 225,000.
Stoney makes it 225,000 on the button.
Give me just a second. We are not streaming right now at all the places. After this hand, I'm gonna end the stream really quickly and start it up again.
All right.
I think
Start
probably
the
like.
hand with 950.
Let me look at this viewer count really quickly. So we are still streaming on YouTube and Twitch, but Facebook is gone.
Facebook went down.
And
All right.
so after this hand, I'm going to end the stream and pull it back
Pull it
up
back
really
up.
quickly. It'll just take a second. We'll do it between the hand. So we're down to 5 players.
Clay might get sticky here with deuces.
Can I get the charger now?
Oh, looks like this is my time.
You're out. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit, Eric.
Hold on just a second.
Good luck, bud.
Heads up.
All right, we've got. You sure can. I'm gonna keep Bobby in the booth for just a little bit more while I'm doing this.
Check, check.
I have to restart after this hand. I'm gonna let him continue talking.
Oh, a deuce on the turn for Clay.
Clay
He bets 500,000.
has been crushing Stoney
Every time.
every time. Stoney
Every
gets
time
it
they
in
get
good.
into a hand. Every time Stoney's ahead.
Oh my goodness. Stoney needs a 7 or a club.
Stoney needs a 7, non-club.
Oh, non-club. Yeah, so he's got one. He needs a
He's
7
got
of spades.
7 of spades. And
I was wondering
only
why
the
he had
7 of
3%.
spades.
He
Yeah.
doesn't have the. Oh man. Yeah, Clay needed a deuce or a club. He got the deuce. Stoney needs exactly the 7 of spades.
And he's going to put him to the test with a 500K bet.
And
I don't know. I don't know if there's any way Stoney can continue in this hand.
see, the camera got bumped. It's supposed to be on 6, 7, 8 right
Yep.
now, and it got bumped to
Bumped
the
over.
left, so we don't see Stoney sitting there.
So
Well, he's also sitting kind of in the 9 seat because they moved
Oh,
him. Colleen had to
okay.
move him to the 8 seat because 9 wasn't picking up.
I see. Oh, that's why. That's
So
why.
he's actually not in
There
the,
was no 8 seat.
Yeah, he's not in
I
the
got
camera
it.
line for 8 right
Okay.
now. Technically, he should be over.
I see.
A
I was
smidge.
wondering how I messed that up, but
No,
it makes
it wa-
sense
yeah.
if they moved him.
Guess there are better spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna let it go like he should.
Yeah, this is a 6, 7, 8 camera, but since we didn't have an 8 seat, I focused in on
Right.
6 and 7.
Right.
All right, that's fine. It's a hard call for Stoney. I mean, it's just so brutal. He doesn't put him on a 2, but what if you have a 10? What if you have a club? What if you have, 4 or 5 for a straight? He doesn't necessarily put him on pocket 2s. It's super hard to call for Stoney.
Yeah.
And he's going to be